We have a turnover inside the paint. The Dolphins are on a fast break. The layup is missed.
Oh, short there. The
Gets
miss.
her own rebound.
Yes, sir. 20-20, and believe it or not, Quay, with 2.5 remaining, this game is now tied at 20 even.
Like I said earlier, Wesley, it seems like they both want this win.
What up between these two teams, not giving up, not backing down. Shot for three on the attempt there by Kelly. Short, rebound, give it back to Washington. She'll throw up a three. She's short to the left of the rim. We'll try this one more time here.
That'll give the Dolphins the ball.
What a great game for those that are watching now on our Jaguars athletics page. We had something happen where we got knocked offline. Our apologies to that. We're back here with you, though. This game is all tied. At one time, they cut the lead to 5 or 6 there, Quay. Look at Dunlap inside to 5 and finding
quick little pass inside.
Scott did 2 at the free throw line a moment ago, and now she responds with another 2. And with those glasses she got on, she reminds me of Bugsy from the Charlotte Hornets back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah.
Scott is pumped up. They're going to call a foul there, and a 2-shot foul. Foul on the Dolphins to the line for the Jaguars. Number 2, Kaija Washington, 2-shot foul. So a 2-shot foul coming up here for the Jaguars.
Kaija Washington hits the first one.
Yes. Got to hit it and make it, got to tie it back up here.
This is the second.
This is the 4th time in the first half of the game where we've had transfer back and forth here.
It's a lot of good basketball being played tonight.
Some good games here being played for sure. 22-22. Inside, number 10, driving up the lane. That's going to be Angel Stevenson. Stevenson now finding Scott. Scott back to Barber. Looking now. Oh, no one home. Souvenir for a lucky fan. However, they can't keep the basketball. They got to turn it back in. I think she heard what I said. She's laughing at me. Are we that loud?
No.
22-22. Number 10 shooting it up there. Angel Stevenson. Stevens to Barber. 3. Boom! Oh! 6 on the shot clock, and Amanda Barber hitting a 3 field goal and back to the lead by 3 with closing in on a minute. And responding back a 2. It's a 2-pointer.
Alexa Watkins from Clayton, North Carolina.
Alexa Watkins put it in. She just stepped over the line at the 3-point mark. And it's a 1-point lead. And a steal. Watkins got it back. Watkins going to Hooker. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Finding Robinson, and she threw it to 22.
Oh, but we got
the balls, and they got the ball back. And basket's good. Jakaya Kelly, she got it in there on the ground, if you will, there.
And the Jaguars are now up by 1.
She fell to the ground and she'll put it in the basket. It's a 1-point lead. This game going back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. The Dolphins
great
and
defense
Jaguars
being played by Watkins.
Jump ball. Down went number 10. Stevenson to the ground, and they're going to call jump ball, and it's going to stay to the Dolphins of Brunswick. Boy, that was exciting there for a minute, Quay.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. Watkins had her trap down there in the corner. There was nothing she could do.
Wasn't going to let her go anywhere. Here we go.
Shot
Throwing
is
one up. Short. The attempt by number 22 of Balzer from Carthage. And the ball's out of play. Going to go back to the Jaguars. So the shot clock is off. You've got 27.1 seconds. You're leading by 1, Quay. Do you slow the tempo down and go for a point?
I'm slowing the tempo down. It seems like it's worked for the Jaguars so far tonight. But at this point, what it seems is the Dolphins.
The turnover, though. Barber got it back. Now their chance to play. Their chance to try to lead by 1, and they will. And now it's time for Bowser there. Got it in the basket. 5 seconds, and they respond. Hooker driving at midcourt. Box by 3. Hooker throwing
Shot
one
is
up
up.
at the horn, and she's short.
Just short.
27-26 at the half. Wow.
Wow. It's heating up there at the second.
Man, what a fun time this was we're having. It's been a good game. It's been a great battle between these two teams. And the question is who wants it more? Who wants it more? This game has been a great battle between everybody here so far. As again, we welcome you back inside the broadcast. Quay, first half, 27-26. Man, what a exciting first half of basketball these ladies are putting on.
It's been a great first half, Wesley. Great first half. free throws. It seems like this game is coming down to free throws. Everybody is going to the line tonight, but it seems like, and as you can tell by the scoreboard, the Dolphins have been taking care of business at the free throw line.
Yeah, it's been a really good game so far. As right now we're at the half, and of course it is a 1-point lead, 27-26. And honestly, with that being said, you really don't know what you're going to see for the second half because it's anybody's ball game right now. Certainly is. Hey, so for those that are watching again on the Johnston Jaguar page, we had some kind of internet issues. We had it before we came on the air. We had it again. I think we're back up and going again. I've got our viewers back, so I appreciate that. Thank you for your patience. Of course, we're going to try to check in and see what's going on with the Lewisburg-Johnston men's game also. And right now we're at halftime, so we're going to go back to what's going on the court, which is absolutely nothing except some kids playing there. And we will come back here in just a little bit. We'll have the first half stats analysis, and we'll get you ready for the second half. This is, of course, Johnston Jaguars basketball, part of CRM Productions on our YouTube channel and on the Community Radio Network. We're at the half, and the Dolphins of Brunswick are leading by 1.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. In today's broadcast,
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
hello?
Man, where are you? This wedding is lit. I thought you were coming.
Oh, I can't. I'm in bed with the flu.
The flu? You didn't get a flu shot?
I wish I did. I can't believe I'm missing out on Greg's wedding.
Whoa. Grandma's about to crowd surf.
Grandma's about to what? What?
Man, I'll call you back.
Oh, man.
Sounds like another case of flu FOMO. Don't get stuck at home with the flu. A flu shot is effective and way to prevent the flu and its potentially serious complications. It keeps you protected and also protects your. So why get stuck inside with the flu? Don't get flu FOMO. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Courage. I learned it from my adoptive mom.
A team from foster care at adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick and proud aunt. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing. But not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. 1 in 6. That little girl sitting alone at the playground, she can't play like the other kids. She doesn't have the energy because she's hungry. School lunch will be her only meal today. It breaks my heart that this is the reality in our country, but it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food to families and children in need. Being a kid should be imagination, learning, and having fun. These children shouldn't have to miss out on simply being a kid because they're hungry. To find out how you can help end childhood hunger in your community, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back inside the Shrek Center, of course, we are, of course, at halftime, and the score is 27-26. Brunswick and the Jaguars battling. Brunswick Dolphins, and out of Wilmington, of course, and of course the Johnston Jaguars in this area. 27-26. Dariana Howard in the house, one of the Comet players having an injury, unable to play yesterday against the tough loss 77-22 to Garner that you heard on the Community Radio Network. And the Comets will be back in action tomorrow afternoon. And, of course, that'll begin at 3:30 Eastern time with our CRN interns, Brendan Reeves, on the camera tonight. But him and Will Chalk will be on the broadcast call for JV basketball for the women and the men tomorrow. And then, of course, Blake Robertson and myself will be there for varsity. Quay and I will give you the first half stats as we are at halftime. It is a 1-point lead battle here inside the Shrek Center. This is Jaguars basketball on CRN Productions and the Community Radio Network. We're back from Smithfield in a moment.
I spend a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain, sleet, and mud. In 95, I helped tow your moving trailer. In 05, I helped you get out of a ditch. Yeah, I know I'm a bit rusty, and sadly in 09, it was sparks from me, your handy chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Sparks from dragging chains can start a wildfire. Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Jill, why didn't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
Being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad, son,
daughter, coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Getting ready to recap the first half of the game and also get you ready for the second half. But first, we're coming up on the top of the hour. We'll pause for 10 seconds of network identification. This is Johnston Jaguars basketball on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Got Quay jamming over here, man. What's up, brother? Ready to go for the second half?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're
sir,
taking the first half of this game, sir.
I'm taking the first half of this game. The first quarter, Tamara Hooker, number 5, from the Johnston County Jaguars. She came out hot. She's currently leading her team with 8 points. For the Brunswick County, their first quarter, they didn't really have many points put up, but Mashia Scott came in after the injury in the second quarter, and she currently leads her team as well with 8.
And I'll tell you what, as we get ready for the second half in about 2 minutes, not really serious foul trouble. I think we got one player that we talked about on the Jaguars that has 3 fouls. Other than that, 2, 1. And what a great performance so far at the free throw line for them tonight.
Oh yeah. It seems like especially with the game only being a 1-point game, it seems like making those free throws is what's going to be the determining factor in this game.
Certainly, man. You having fun?
I am. This is great. This is great. I love it.
Sure. All right, it's a 1-point game. We're about a minute away from our third period. What does Coach Lunsford tell those Johnston Lady Jaguars in the locker room to get ready to try to come back and beat the Dolphins of Brunswick, even if it is just by 1?
Well, I think he tells them to come out and play with the same intensity they played at the end of the second quarter. It was very feisty, even though they're down by 1. They wanted the ball. They were everywhere. They were all over the court, from the guards on down to the center and the forwards. I think he's telling them to, focus, take your time at the free throw line, and he says if they do that, pretty sure they'll come out with
Should be a fun time. Getting ready for the second half. He's Quay Smith. I'm Wesley Outland. Brendan Reeves is the man on the camera, and we welcome you back to our coverage on court here as we get ready now for the start of the third period. Remember, they, of course, play for two 10-minute, two 20-minute halves for the men, but the women of NCAA and the MJCAA, they actually play 4 10-minute periods, and we're actually getting ready to get that cranked up here in just a moment. Yes, it's going to be a good one. Third period action. So welcome you back on courtside. Should be a good game. Great matchup between these two teams, and it will be, of course, the Jaguars to have possession of the ball as we get ready to start the third period here inside the Schrack Center. Ready to get things going again here. By the way, they go from right to left for the Jaguars, left to right now for the Dolphins in front of their own bench as they change up positions. Kelly will throw 22. One up there, and how about that? A 2 for Jakaya Kelly, and they just increase that lead now, back to the lead by 1. Kelly going for a 2-point shot and made it work. And, yeah, it was in the basket. Here we go now inside number 5. Throwing one up, and it was the attempt just short.
Gets her own rebound.
Yeah.
She misses the second chance points.
Trying to come back and get that rebound back. And, well, a whistle and a foul is called. And they're going to call the foul on number 15, the Council. Foul is on Ayanna Council for the Jaguars. So it'll be continuation of the game for the start of the third period, and it will go back to the Dolphins. Of course, as I told you, I feel like I'm at a Charlotte Hornets game, if you will, with the colors that the Brunswick Dolphins are wearing. And they'll come back and rally again here. Thought they were going to call a foul, Quay, but it looks like they're not. I'm not sure what the call was. I guess the ball went out of bounds. They're going to keep the ball in possession for the Dolphins.
It was a missed shot by number 24, Ariel Chambers.
I got you. 9 minutes remaining here in the third period. Of course, inside the Schrock Center, the Smithfield Recreation and Aquatic Center, home of the Johnston Jaguars, and our coverage continuing here. It is a 1-point lead. It was 27-26 at the half, and only the Jaguars have responded with points in return. We're ready now. Here comes now number 5. Hooker throwing up a 3. Nothing but net, Quay.
Oh.
Nothing but net. And increase the lead now to 5.
That'll give her 11
Actually,
points.
4, basket and 1, though. 24 getting the basket for the Dolphins. Foul on number 11, Alexa Watkins for the Jaguars. Number 24 for the Dolphins to the line, Ariel Chambers. Basket and 1. And, of course, she misses it. She gets the rebound back. Short again. Attempt. Going to the ground goes Hooker and Council. And it's last touch by a Jaguar. It'll go back to the Dolphins. So some subs are coming in now. Clay, this is Deasia Robinson as well as Kaisha Washington. Robinson and Washington coming in. 31-29, lead now cut to 2, trying to tie it up off the rim and puts it in. Number 32, Alana Dunlap, 6-foot center from Huntersville.
Very tough pass there, Wesley.
And boy, she powered her way under the paint, put it in the basket, and the game's tied again at 31-all. Inside, going back to Kelly. Jakaya Kelly now going back to Hooker. Kelly, jumper for 2. Off the rim. Rebound, Dunlap. Dunlap for the Dolphins responds. Gets it back down to Asia Scott. Scott now coming back up court with it with Amanda Barber. Barber now back to Scott inside of the right wing. Now going inside the paint. 3 all around Dunlap, and there is going to be a whistle and a foul called. Thought they were going to go to the free throw line, but they were not because no shot attempts was taken here. Number 5 of Scott will set it up. Oh, take away. Kaisha Washington, excuse me, coming through. 1 to beat. She's short. She powered her way up the lane, Quay, and just great coverage by 22. Hadia Balzer did not give up on Washington.
Yeah, that was a great break there.
Here you go. Robinson is there. She is short. Washington rebound. She's short. Second time, third time. Jakaya Kelly goes down. Robinson trying to attend to Kelly, and this game goes on here. Here comes 22 to the inside. There's Balzer. Balzer, basket, Dunlap at 2. And we're back down to the lead going for the 6th time tonight in this game in the third period. And there is a timeout called by the Jaguars.
We would be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
So the timeout about to come to an end here. 33-31. Jaguars now back down by 2. This game going tit for tat play, Smith. It could be any and everything right now.
Well, they came out hot. Both teams have came out hot. So those coaches must have definitely got in there and let them know, hey, look, they want it just as bad as you do.
They lit a fire under them, got them fired up. Timeout called by the coach. Alonzo Lunsford of the Jaguars. By the way, I did try to reach out to Bruce Barrett. He did not respond. We wanted to try to get an update on what's going on with the men Jaguars in Lewisburg tonight, taking on the Hurricanes. And here comes now the Jaguars trying to respond. Hooker shot just rolled over the rim.
Rolled over.
Like throwing a rock on the waters, bouncing it off the water just then. Here comes now Scott. Scott responds inside to Dunlap all over her. Jakaya Kelly as well. Yes. Kelly as well as Campbell. And we're all tied again at 33.
Washington with the easy layup or fast break.
33 all, 6:45 in this game. You hear him yelling D up. You hear him yelling D up. That is the Jaguars bench. And Quay, that's just a nice way of showing that your team is behind you. And you got to appreciate that support. .32, Dunlap will go to the line. And one more shot remaining. .34-33 now, and back it now to 2 again, Quay. It's a 2-point lead again. Not wasting any time. Jaguars responding again. Look at Washington again on 2. Coming right back, responding again. We're all tied at 35 for the 8th time tonight. 8th time we're tied up. Lead change. Number 9. It's off the cylinder. It bounced off the rim. Rebound. Back again. 24. A shot there by Chambers. Whistle. Foul. It's going to be on Robinson. Correction. They're going to call the foul on Campbell. And it's going to be a 2-shot foul. Foul on the Jaguars, number 23, Daviana Campbell. To the line for the Dolphins, number 32, Alana Dunlap, 2-shot foul. And she'll make it and now put the Jaguars back down by 1, Quay. Man, this game is going back and forth like a roller coaster ride or a rocking seat. Here you go. Response coming back, 23, Daviana Campbell from Richmond. All the way from Virginia, and Washington just misread the pass, and it goes out of play there, Quay.
Very anxious. She had a little space.
Trying so hard to get it going there, 36-35, 5:44 remaining. Working the tempo now. Here comes now Balzer. Balzer now heading back out to number 5. Up the lane, looking. 22 is there. Balzer, takeaway, steal. 22 to another 22. Jakaya Kelly. Oh, she's fouled as she was going through the paint and up the line to the grid. And she's going to get fouled and go to the line, and she'll shoot 2.
Good basketball IQ there with the pump fake first, then to go up.
Foul on the Dolphins. To the line for the Jaguars, number 22, Jakaya Kelly, 2-shot foul. 36-35, trying to tie the game, and she misses her first. 36-35, the score, still a 1-point lead. 5:24. And again, Quay, this game continuing to have the fast-paced moments. And there you go. For the 9th time, we are tied again. I feel like it's last night. Last night's win for the Jaguars over Patrick and Henry. Shot inside, back to Chambers, looking back inside to Balzer. Balzer throwing up there to a 3 in the attempt by Scott. To the left of the wing on the 3 and short. And they're going to turn it over and give it back to the Jaguars. Halfway through in the third period, second half action. Quay Smith, Wesley Outland back with you on CRN Sports Productions, live on the Johnston Jaguar Athletic YouTube TV. Brendan Reeves, our CRN intern on the camera. And it is a tied game for the 9th time tonight here at the Schrack Building. And this is honestly what basketball is all about, Quay.
Oh, most definitely, Wesley. These ladies are giving it their all tonight.
Robinson, Washington throws one up. She's short, but Hooker got the rebound behind her back. She tried to put it in there. She got it back for the second time on the rebound. Short again on the rebound. And it's last touch by the Dolphins. Number 3, Charlotte Sherrill. She last touched it. It'll stay Jaguar ball. Wow.
The hustle there.
Every which way, this game continues. Going to try this again here. Back inside Hooker. Hooker to Kelly. Oh, boy. Shot Kelly for 2 off the rim to the left of the net. No good. And here comes the response. Trying again for the Dolphins. They're down now. We're tied up. Here we go. Shot for 3 by Sherrill. Short. Hooker goes down. Scott goes down. Rebound busting through is Washington. She moved her way around the court. She's going to try to go coast to coast with it for 2 and go! Oh, she got around 2 on
Nice
the play.
layup there. Nice strong layup.
Are you kidding me? A former comment, always a comment, and now for the Jaguars, growling, roaring, snarling on the Dolphins. Kaija Washington, what a job up the lane. Coast to coast, steal by Kelly. Kelly lost the ball. Robinson got the ball back. Robinson, Jaguars, she throws one up. She's fouled by number 11.
That was a nice little Euro
Ava
there.
Dowick, and they're going to go to the line. And also a foul there on Chambers. Foul on the Dolphins, number 24, Ariel Chambers, to the line for the Jaguars. Number 1, Deja Robinson, 2-shot foul. 2-shot foul coming up. It's a lead to try to increase by 4 if she could make all 2. Bam! Remember, Quay, she started it off on the night of the free throw line, and she's so far, I believe, all baskets made at free throw, which is 5-0 right now. This is her 3rd time to the charity stripe. 39-36. She's trying to now go 6-0 on free throws and make some, and increase the lead to 4, by the way.
Those free throws, Wesley. Been telling you.
You always say it, my friend. We say it all the time as well. When the clock ain't running, you got to get those free throw shots. 40, 36, 3:39 remaining here in regulation for 3rd period. Chambers, that's Amanda Chambers now going back to Barber. Barber now to Chambers inside, shot off the rim. Chambers trying to get the rebound, couldn't get it in time. Number 5, a Hooker is there. Tamara Hooker. Hooker goes now to Jakaya Kelly. But no, she'll throw up a 3. Washington will throw up a 3, and slapping the ball away was Charlotte Sherrill, the 5'10" strong forward freshman. She said, "Not today, Kaija."
Having it today, Wesley.
And the ball was last touched by the Dolphins. It'll stay Jaguar basketball. Here comes Alana Dunlap as Chambers will come out. Ariel Chambers will come out. Here comes Dunlap back in. And it'll be Jaguar basketball. Jakaya Kelly to Hooker at the free throw and a 2. Wow. They're pulling away by 6 now, Clay.
Great consistent play by Hooker tonight. She's the team's leading scorer.
Well, you know, she put some big points in there earlier. She hit some threes.
And she did.
And good to see Jakaya Kelly stepping up. Now we're seeing a 3 shot attempt by number 5 of Major Scott. Scott short, a turnover there. Washington turned it back over, gave it back down to Sherrill. Sherrill goes down to number 12 with a shot for 3 on the attempt by Barber. Barber is short. And now they get back on the basket. And 2, Dunlap under the basket. That big lady there, man, she's right there. When it counts the most, she can be aggressive, she can be defensive, and she can also throw one up to the paint and the nets if need be.
Oh, yeah, she's been a very vital player for the Dolphins tonight.
Certainly has. Now the lead now back to 4. 42-38, closing in on 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Barber on the rebound back for the Dolphins and the Jaguars. And they're going to try to box her in by 2, maybe by 3. Get it to Dunlap. Dunlap now goes back to the right wing, back to Cheryl. Cheryl nowhere to go. She's pressured by Hooker. She's going to put it up on her own, and she puts it in for 2. Lead now down to 2 for the Jaguars. Roller coaster, round and round. Here we go, Quay. Jakaya Kelly now from the assist by Hooker. She'll throw one up off the ramp. No one was there. Gets her own rebound. She goes down to the ground and she's fouled.
By Dunlap.
No one was there. Foul on number 32 for the Dolphins. Dunlap to the line for the Jaguars. Number 22, Jakaya Kelly. 2-shot foul. 2 shots coming up for Kelly.
First one's in.
43-40. And trying to increase the lead again by 4. 1:45 remaining here in the third period. Second shot up and in the net, and good. Number 10's coming in on sub. Angel Stevenson in the game, as well as Ava Dowick, number 11. 4-point lead here inside the Schrack Center. It's got a basketball court. It's got a swimming complex on the other side of the building. And look at this for Stevenson, the home of the Jaguars. Here we go. Under attempt. Ball flies through the air like it's in a popcorn popper. Look out, Orville Reddingbacher. Jump ball is called, and it will stay for the Jaguars. Wow.
Everybody had their hands on that ball.
Oh, they're actually going to turn it over to the Dolphins. My bad. I thought it was going to be Jaguars' ball, but it's actually Dolphins' ball. But, man, that ball was flying through the air, just back and forth, back and forth. Here we go. Pressure, drive by 2, up the lane, 21, Jennings, going to Stevenson, and Stevenson puts it in the basket. The lead now by 2.
Tough basket with number 22, Kelly, in her face.
44-42. Oh my goodness. Just turned it over. I think we're going to call a foul. And they're going to call it on number 11. Foul on number 11, Ava Dowick for the East Falmouth, Mass. Guard for the Dolphins. It'll be Jaguar basketball. Kelly, they got a break there on that one, Quake.
They did.
They really did. They turned over the ball, and then that foul was made. And here we go again for a second time. 1 minute remaining. Kelly goes to the ground. Robinson keeps it on the ball, keeps it from going into traveling. Goes now to Thaggart. That's Zania Thaggart. Thaggart, former Triple S Spartan, going now up the lane, driving hard. Is it going to be Washington? She goes down. Shot clock at 0. They'll turn it over because of that. But quite an effort there because Robinson was there, Watkins was there, Thaggart was there, Washington was there. Great coverage, just ran out of time.
Great defense by the Dolphins on that possession.
Got to remember, when you're in college or professional, you got to keep an eye on that shot clock. And when it's down to 5 seconds, you got to drive up the lane no matter what. And unfortunately, I think that's what Watkins was trying to do. It just simply ran out of time. And we're running out of time. 44 seconds, now 40 seconds remaining in the third period. Shot, no basket, actually. They're going to call traveling on the Dolphins. Number 11, Adowick, and give it back to the Jaguars.
Adowick got excited there a little bit. Just forgot to put the ball on the floor first.
Ready to go here. Don't forget, by the way, CRN radio coverage tomorrow night on the NFHS network as well for the Comets, Clayton Comets, and the Southeast Raleigh Bulldogs. Coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern with Will Chalk, Brendan Reeves on the JV girls and boys call, and then, of course, Blake Robertson and myself on varsity, women and men on the Community Radio Network. Final 18 seconds, ball up there. Number 3 powering up the lane. That's going to be Cheryl. Cheryl now hands it off to Dowick. Dowick inside. She's there. Number 10, Stevenson. Turnover. Give it back. Give it back to Watkins. Shot there and is off in the 23 of Campbell. Fighting under the paint in the basket, and there's no basket. They're going to turn it over, give it back to the Jaguars. Shot clock is off. 5.5 in the third remains, Quay.
That was Barber there called with the travel.
And they go to the ground again. Way to go. Oh, look at this. Amanda Barber. Barber, is she there? No. Out of bounds, and that is the third. Wow. Quay, we got an awesome fourth period coming up next.
That we do.
Winner take all. Fourth period when we return. For those that are watching on the Johnston Jaguar Athletics YouTube TV and those that are listening on the Community Radio Network.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
All right, we're back here, man. I'm telling you what a game, what a battle here. It's going to be down to the wire. We're glad you're along for the ride. Quay Smith in the house. Quay, you having fun? First game ever?
Oh, I am. This has been great basketball.
You enjoying it?
Oh, yeah. Great basketball. I'm up here with you.
You was a little nervous at first when we talked earlier today, but I was like, dude, just go with the flow. We're just carrying on a conversation like we're friends and we're ready.
Oh, yeah. It's been great.
It's been a good one. It's been a good one. Glad to have Quay Smith along for the ride. Hopefully we can have him for more. He's actually going to finish the game tonight and get ready for 10 o'clock and DJing work as well. He's a DJ. Yeah, to the ground going Council and Hooker. But I know you do DJ work now, but you have a passion for announcing because you've done the South Johnston Trojans football for a long time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been doing that for quite a while now.
That's actually how we met. And 2-point lead, 44-42. Here comes Council. Council, what a round around there. Hooker getting back down to Hooker again for three. And boom, look at that. Cut the lead now from 2 now to 5. It is gone for the Dolphins, and they got to get back up on it again. And honestly, Quay, if you want to see, oh, wow, got a player crashing into the Dolphins bench. Jakaya Kelly, number 22, slow getting up, rubbing her thigh and groin area there after that hard shot. She went through the chairs like a football WWE tackle, if you will, Quay, but she's right back on the high horse going again. And by the way, the turnover by the Dolphins give the ball back to the Jaguars. Inside, Hooker is there.
With the shot.
She's there.
She hits it.
She goes from the left wing to the right wing and 2 threes, and she's got it going on.
She's been a very consistent scorer for the Jaguars tonight.
The lead is now the biggest tonight at 8 for the Jaguars on the Dolphins. 8:50. If you're going to light it up, you better do it in the fourth period.
This is where it is.
Shot, no good. Rebound. Here comes Council. 2 to beat. Ready to fight it or take the foul was going to be Dowick, and they call the foul on Dowick. Foul on Dowick. Foul on the Dolphins, number 11, Ava Dowick. To the line for the Johnston Jaguars, number 15, Alana Council, 2-shot foul. And Council will shoot 2. And so far, they've done great at the free throw tonight, and they do it again. The ball went a spinning, and then went into the net. Made it in. Trying to increase the lead to 10, Quay. Biggest lead of the night if she can get this in. 51-42, trying to get the lead by 10. Council at the line. Ready. Bang.
And it's in.
10. They lead by 10. Jaguars back up by 10. Brunswick Dolphins, they better wake up. And I'm not afraid to say that they can't do that because we've seen some really great things out of this team.
Oh, most definitely.
Jump ball is called. It's going to go back to the to the Dolphins. Dolphins basketball. So what a game these two teams have put on tonight. I think they're having a question about the possession arrow. So they turned it over to the Jaguars to start the fourth period. So it would be possession arrow to the Dolphins. So it is Dolphins ball because the last time the possession arrow was showing to the Jaguars inbounded it to start the fourth period. So it would go to the Dolphins. So it should be Dolphins basketball. I mean, I know I'm the voice of the Johnston Jaguars here, but I also want to be fair. And Jaguars had the ball to start the fourth period, so it will be Jaguars on the defense, and the Dolphins will have possession here. And they lead by 10.
Yep. Charlotte Sherrill to inbound the pass.
Getting ready to continue. Inside, number 11, powering. Dowick up the lane. Dowick one out. Going out to Angel Stevenson. Stevenson for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebound. Going back to Dowick. Dowick with the Chambers. Chambers for two. Off the dance of the rim. Good. Get there in time. Here comes Council. Council now goes back. Give it to Hooker as well. She's trying to find Hooker to the ground. Went Campbell. She picks herself up. She's covering all over Dowick at 11 and a whistle and a foul. And she made the basket before the whistle was called. And it's a timeout. She stepped over the line. She stepped out of bounds, and she still was going to put in the three for Jakaya Kelly. You see Coach Alonzo giving her a high five and a pound? Boy, Coach is happy tonight. Inside, look at that Kelly. Kelly is there to the ground. Down goes Jennings. Jennings goes down. Back to Bowser. Bowser, shot for three. Attempt by Barber. They go to the ground, and the foul's called. Foul is called. Number 3, Slow is getting up. Number 23 on the Jaguars for the foul. It's a non-shooting foul. Number 5 of Myasha Scott coming in on sub. She's a 5'6" sophomore guard from Charlotte. Also, number 1 back in for the Jaguars, a 5'8" Fayetteville. E.E. Smith graduate, Diasia Watt Robinson. And we're still tied, or we're still at 10 for the lead for the Jaguars. Shot, basket, short, rebound. Council got it. Look at that. Went to the cylinder. Cylinder by Balzer. Couldn't get it in there. Council going to take it coast to coast. Basket no good, but she's fouled.
Council came down the court like she was shot out of a cannon.
Exactly right. Calling the foul on number 3. Foul on the Dolphins, number 3, Charlotte Sherrill. To the line for the Johnston Jaguars, number 15, Ayana Council, 2-shot foul. Ayana Council, she's leading by 10. And it's the 2-shot foul now coming up for the Jaguars. Council, first one in. No. She says, that's my bad. I'll reset. We got to start it over again. By the way, the game that was scheduled for Sunday has been canceled. Obviously, they're working on rescheduling things. Saturday's game is tentatively still on.
Off the front of the rim.
But I don't know if it's going to happen on the rim. Goes Council. And then, of course, 11 was there also of Alexa Watkins. And the foul is on number 22 for the Dolphins. Foul on the Dolphins, number 22, Hadia Balzer. To the line for the Johnston Jaguars, number 11, Alexa Watkins, 2-shot foul. So Watkins will go to the line. She's going to shoot 2, and she's short. Watkins there at the line. One more shot remains. A graduate from Clayton High School for the Comets. Watkins missing. Rebound, though, by Council. Council like a football tackle, trying to get around by Scott. Boxed in by 2. Hooker's there. And they're going to call traveling, I believe, on Hooker and turn it over.
Hooker saw the screen. She was ready to get to the basket.
52-42, 7.5 remaining.
Scott bringing the ball up for the Dolphins.
By 10. Scott. Back inside, looks for Blazer on the wing, goes down to the right wing, settles up, almost losing her balance was Jennings. Jennings now goes inside to 3. Cheryl, and a steal by Council, but she stepped out of bounds under the paint.
She's moving so fast she can barely stand up.
Oh, she was going in there like she was flying. Oh, she was zooming in there.
It's the fourth quarter, Wesley. It's all about who wants it more.
Alana Dunlap coming in. Dunlap on the subs coming in for the Dolphins as number 3 of Charlotte Sherrill will take a rest. 10-point lead. Here we go now. Number 5 setting it up. That's going to be Scott. Scott down to Barber. Barber back to Scott again. I call her Bugs. Bugsy, like Bugsy back in the Charlotte Hornets days. Balling inside, going to Jennings. Jennings now going back to 22. Bowser, shot clock, no good. The ball goes back to the Jaguars. It seems like the Jaguars are holding them off defensively, and the Dolphins are swimming right now in the ocean.
Well, Wesley, when you have a player like Council running point guard all over
Basket
the place.
again!
Nice pass by Council.
Look at that. Number 1, Deasia Robinson. The assist by Council, by Anna Council. And again, the lead now at 12. Biggest lead of the game. Pulling away is the Jaguars. And a steal
Council
coming up
again,
with the
behind the
Council.
back.
Yes, sir. To the basket. She's there, but she's fouled. Foul on 21, Jennings. Foul on the Dolphins, number 21, Via Jennings. To the line for the Johnston Jaguars, number 15, Ayala Council. 2-shot foul. So another foul. The lead at 12 could increase to more. It's time to pull away, Quay. You said it's in the fourth period. This is the stretch. You got to do it.
Yes, sir. This is what we were saying earlier at the beginning of the fourth. Their coach went in there and told them, hey, they want it just as bad as you do. So what are you going to do?
They want it just as bad as you do. What are you going to do? What is your response going to be? How are you going to respond? And right now, both baskets in. The lead now is at 14 or 13. My goodness, 14-point lead. 56-42. Down the stretch, Dunlap under the basket, short again. Couldn't get to Cheryl. Cheryl goes down. And they're going to call a foul again. It's going to be on the Jaguars this time. I believe number 1 on Robinson. So Robinson, and this is going to bring number 3 to the line as well. Foul on the Jaguars. Number 1, Robinson. To the line for the Dolphins. Number 3, Charlotte Cheryl. 2-shot foul. 56-43. I'll tell you what, Quay, what a game we've seen here this afternoon, tonight.
Oh, it's been a great game. Great game, Wesley.
6:13 remaining, and it looks like the coach of the Dolphins is needing to talk to his team, and they're going to take a timeout. A timeout here. 56-44.
Well, Wesley, let me ask you, what do you think the coach of the Dolphins is telling his team right now with 6:13 left to go in the fourth quarter?
Wake up. Get those fins spinning. It's time to do something to the Jaguars. You literally have hung with them the entire game. You don't need to do this now. It's not time to give up unless you are basically drained and fatigued. And obviously the Jaguars, they're doing great right now. If there's any time that you need to turn up the heat, like our colleague Bruce Barrett says, it's now. And then as Blake Robertson says, it's time to step on them. And I think that's what Coach Al's telling the Jaguars. Now for the coach of Brunswick, it's, hey, guys, listen, we still got plenty of time. Get in there, be aggressive, get some steals, do what the Jaguars are doing in the Brunswick and get the ball in the basket. And if you can do that, you're going to be there at the end.
Almost certainly. Anything can happen in these next 6 minutes here.
If you can do that, you're going to be there at the end. 6:13 remaining here in regulation. We're in the fourth at the Schrack Center. Council again. Setting up. Council is there. Council up the lane, going back to Jakaya Kelly. Now to the left of the wing to Hooker. Hooker has also Scott over her. She's almost stepping out of bounds, and I believe she did. And Quay, that's going to turn the ball over and give it back to the Jaguars. Yep. Last touch by the Dolphins. So it'll stay Jaguar basketball. Robinson all the way to the other side of the wing, looking to Hooker. Hooker is there. Barber there for the Brunswick Dolphins. Inside the paint. Council about took a top shot. Here comes Watkins. Watkins on the shot. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound. Here comes number 5 of Scott for Brunswick. Jakaya Kelly's there. Hooker's there. Throw up there by Cheryl. Is she there? Off the rim and out. No good. Hooker on the rebound. They just can't get the ball in the basket there, Quay. Quay, you got to make they're just not getting the ball in the basket, and that's what's hurting them.
Yeah, they have to take their time, get those shots in, because as you see, the Jaguars are not slowing down.
Nope, ball out of play.
Knocks it off her own teammate.
Knocks it off of number 22 of Balzer. And they'll save it again. As number 1 of Robinson will keep it inbound for the Jaguars. 56-44. We're about to be halfway through here in the fourth period. A good one. We're glad
Council,
you're here.
Nice move. Oh, with the floater, Council.
58-44, 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Now the Jaguars starting to now try to come down the stretch. We're halfway through in the regulation period of 4. Number 22 driving up the lane for the Dolphins. That's going to be Balzer. Balzer is there. Now the Dunlap. She'll take a foul. It looks like they're going to call it on Watkins. Foul on the Jaguars, number 11, Alexa Watkins. To the line for the Dolphins, number 32, Alana Dunlap, and a 2-shot foul. And basket in for Dunlap on the first one. Yes, sir.
Bounces off the front of the rim for the second free throw. Oh, it seems the Jaguars now have possession.
Jaguar basketball. Boy, they're getting excited. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Time to go. You better go now.
Council driving through the lane. She dishes it to Watkins. Watkins with a shot.
They just keep pulling away. The lead now at 15, Quay Smith. 60-45. Brandon, you keeping up with all this? My goodness. Under the pressure. Dunlap almost at the bench. She's setting under the line, and she'll shoot 2.
Great defense there by the Jaguars. We had a 4-on-3 fast break there, but they were able to slow her down.
Foul on the Jaguars. To the line for the Dolphins, number 22, Hadia Balzer, 2-shot foul.
First shot is in.
It's been a while since they've scored. Put the ball back in now. The lead at 14, 46 now for the Dolphins. Now make it 47, so the lead now at 13. 60-47, 4 minutes remaining, Quay, in regulation here in the Schrack Center. What a great game. It's time to D up. You hear him yell him D up. And believe it or not, we hear that a lot, Quay, with Brendan, Will, and Blake and Kim and I in the Comets games. Clayton, you hear him yell D up all the time. Of course, Comet ladies head coach Marlon Lee's here. Dariana Howard, one of the great player juniors, number 5, here for the Comets as well. Her father, Darian Howard. And, of course, a couple of Comet alumni on the court, including number 11, Alexa Watkins, and number 2 of Kaisha Washington. 3.5 remaining in regulation. Okay, Quay, so are you up by 13? Do you slow the tempo down now? Do you try to drain the clock? Is this the time now to drain the clock, as they say in football, run it up the middle?
No, I don't think so. The Jaguars have done a pretty good job, and I think here you just have to finish it. As a Jaguar will, you just, after you catch your prey, what do? You eat it. And I think it's that time.
After you capture your prey, you eat it. I like that. And a foul. Foul is on number 12. And it'll send the Dolphins. Foul on the Dolphins, number 12, Amanda Barber. To the line for the Jaguars, number 11, Alexa Watkins, 2-shot foul.
The first was in.
And the lead continues to extend.
It seems like they're going to send Hooker back.
Hello to Marilla Schaefer. Mr. Derek Arnold, the athletic director of the Johnston Athletics Jaguars, is tuning in. Johnston Jaguars. Hello, Derek. Thanks for watching. 11. Watkins, 2 for 2 on the free throw there just in, Quay. 62-47.
Out of
game coming to the end here. And they'll turn it over and give it right back to the Jaguars here, Quay.
That's the little mistakes. As I said, the Jaguars were hungry coming in.
Down the stretch. Council under pressure. Looking, finding Hooker. Council, Hooker. Here comes Hooker to Robinson. She about lost the ball. She saves it, goes now to Kelly. Kelly to the left wing. Shooting, short. She gets a rebound back. Box by 2.
Nice
inside
pass
to Robinson.
Inside. Wow.
Robinson for 2, and the assist by Jakaya Kelly. The fumes are running, and they're growling and snarling here in the Schrack Center on the Dolphins. Dolphin patties for the Jaguars tonight, Quay Smith.
I like it.
Shot for 3.
It's
Short.
off.
Robinson rebound. Yes, sir. Coming back after him. Here comes now Robinson. Robinson, look at the assist
Council.
again. Flip-flop it.
Council.
Flip-flop it last time. It's Council's there. Ayana Council with the assist by Robinson. And they're feeling it now.
Oh, they are. They're in a rhythm now.
66-47. You want to win at home, and they're doing just that right now. Almost 95 seconds to play in regulation. Coach Alonzo Lunsford's got to be happy, and they're going to turn it over and give it back to the Jaguars again, Clay Smith. Wow. 66-47. The lead at 19. Biggest lead of the night. Had to wonder, Quay, because this game was back and forth. This fourth period, especially in the opening 5 minutes, the Jaguars open it up and they never look back. Tip away, take away. Here comes the jump ball. And they're fighting for it. Whoa. Wow. 15-5, maybe getting a little aggressive. The jump ball was called, and I'm surprised the technical wasn't. My goodness, Quay. And they will call jump ball, which was the first call, and it is Jaguars on possession. Boy. Rim short, 22 rebound. Balzer for a second there. I thought that Council and Scott were going to have a meeting of the minds. Shot for three. Short, a tip by Barber. And Sherrill, no good. And it's turned over again back to the Jaguars. We're under a minute in regulation. A timeout is called. And we will take a timeout with them as we get ready to wrap them up here at the Schrack Center tonight.
I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know. Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Under a minute remaining here. This game is coming to an end. And right now, it is the Jaguars looking for a win. And a shot for three. Attempt there by Jakaya Kelly. Coming up short. Giving it back now. As Zaina Thagard is in the game. Final 30 seconds as she stepped out of bounds. Number 12, Amanda Barber did. Give it back to the Jaguars, and this is pretty much the proverbial nail in the coffin, Clay Smith. Under 30 seconds. By the way, the shot clock is almost in sync with the timer of the game remaining. Look at that. 24 on the shot clock. Look at 22, 21, 21, 20, 20. They're in sync. That's very abnormal, but it is. Jaguars just holding on to the basketball. Little trash talking with some people. Council says, what are you guys going to do? And they said, just let her be, let her be. Council throws inside. Looking out to Ziana Thagard. Thagard out to Jakaya Kelly in 2.9 seconds. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it in. Makes the clock. Jaguars win. Jaguars win. The Johnston Lady Jaguars get a 19-point win. 68-47. The final here at the Schrack Center.
Wow. That's how you finish a game.
Man, oh man, what a game. We'll wrap things up from Schrack when we come back on the Community Radio Network. The final score, 68-47, and the Jaguars go back to the winner's circle.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear. Because for years, he's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
but there's a lot more to say. Like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
A 19-point win in the final score here in this game here tonight. Welcome back to coverage on the CRN Sports TV, Jaguars YouTube, Community Radio Network. Quay Smith, I'm Wesley Outland. And Quay, what a great game, man. That fourth period, they turned it up. They never turned it off. I know Coach Alonzo Lunsford of the Lady Jaguars have got to be excited after losing 4 games to get back in the winner's circle.
Oh, it had to feel good. But as we discussed earlier in the game, it was all about who wanted it more. And at the fourth quarter, the Jaguars showed they wanted it more.
You know, this game was so close. Quay and I talked about it. Of course, it went for 2 points to 1 point, 2 points to 1 point. 11 different times this game was tied. But something about the fourth period, Jaguars coach Alonzo Lunsford said something to those ladies. They turned it up, and they never let it off down the stretch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we saw it. I mean, those first 5 minutes of that fourth quarter, it was a completely different team than we had seen the rest of the game.
And, of course, props to the Brunswick Dolphins. They did all they could on the stretch. Saw a lot of great things from them. But, of course, it just seemed like, as you said, Quay, the Jaguars wanted it more. And not taking anything away from the Dolphins here, because they did a great game tonight. But, honestly, the Jaguars have not won in 4 games. Tonight it was Dolphin patties for the Jaguars. They were growling. They were snarling. They were ready to go for the kill. And tonight the Dolphins was basically in half for the Lady Jaguars to get a win again.
They captured their prey in the fourth quarter.
It was a fun time. It was a good one.
It really was.
And Quay, man, we're going to wrap things up here in just a few moments because he's got to get ready. He's getting ready to go play DJ. He's getting ready to go play DJ. So, but, man, what a great game this was. It definitely was interesting. It had all the hype and excitement that we all thought that it was going to end up to be. And, of course, I will let everyone know, I hate to say it, again, there is a chance, again, for the third week, again, for winter weather. I'm ready to be down in Florida for NASCAR and Speed Weeks in Daytona, and I'm also ready for sunny and 75, 90, 105-degree weather again. I'm just a fan of the hot weather instead of the cold.
I don't know about the 105-degree, but I can handle the rest. I can handle the rest.
I'll just say this. It's a cold one. And, of course, when it was all said and done, I'm ready for it to warm up. But, again, because of the weather coming in this weekend projected, the games have been put on postponement. Brian and Stratton is predicting 3 to 5 inches of rain, of snow and ice where they're at. And the men are supposed to play there Saturday. And then, of course, the women's game for the Jaguars here has also been postponed. So follow JCC Jaguars Pride and all of the social media for the Johnston Jaguars and the Community Radio Network. We'll keep you posted. Quay, your final thoughts, buddy. Let's get out of here, man. What do you think?
It was a great game of basketball. I had a good time here with you in the booth, and I'll be back.
It was a fun time. A big win for the Lady Jaguars. And, of course, when it is all said and done, it's good to see them getting a win here. And it's always awesome to be able to win at home. Big win. Thank you for those that watch. Thank you to our Jaguar Nation fans, as always. And, of course, also thank you to the Brunswick Dolphin fans for keeping up with the broadcast as well. Thanks to everybody for joining us, of course, for Greg Morrissey, Derek Arnold, Mr. Johnson, the Chancellor Director of JCC, for the man behind the camera, Brendan Reeves. For Quay Smith, I'm Wesley Outland. One more look at the track center. Big win tonight for the Lady Jaguars, and we are going to pack her up and get on out of here. Be good to one another. Be safe if there's any weather coming in the area, and we thank you for watching and listening. Thanks to CRN Sports Productions. A big win by 19 tonight for the Johnston Lady Jaguars over the Brunswick Dolphins. I'm the voice of the Johnston Jaguars, Wesley Outland. Be good to one another, and we thank you for watching and listening. Replays and archives will be up in a bit.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The following is a presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to other games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.